Hi friends, so today I welcome you from another angle because it's the end of October and will be the 1st November tomorrow. So when this video comes out it's already like November, but whatever. So I thought, why not show you how I journal for like the last few pages and how I make my cover pages and how I make my habit trackers and everything, my monthly recap. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so first I like to look up a little bit of inspiration on Pinterest because they do have like the best inspo for journaling and actually everything else. So here are a few cover pages that I really liked, but as you can see I'm still looking and saving them. First I decided to go with this design. So what I had for my October cover page was this one. I also saw this one on Pinterest, but I decided to add a few more scary, spooky things so that there is the aspect of Halloween as well. So as you can see, I took my journal out, and first of all I'm gonna start with the habit tracker that I make for every month. First I'll start with the habits themselves. I will count how many they are so I know how many columns I have to use. And then I will just start with the line for the days. So I'll see how many days the month has, and depending on if it has 30 or 31, I'm going to start at the bottom so that I have, enough space on the top for my habits. So I will just go back and forth and see what my habits from the last month were. Sometimes I like to add or remove one of the habits depending on what I am prioritizing. The red marker I use for habits that I want to unlearn. So I'll just make or mark it as done if I have done it, but it's better if those two columns stay empty because obviously those are the ones that I want to unlearn. So yeah, that's basically why I went with a red marker for those ones. So now I realized that I forgot one of my most important habits, which is journaling. So yeah, I'm gonna take care of that mistake. It's crazy to me that a few years ago I would have thrown away the whole page and started from scratch, because I used to be so perfectionistic. If one thing wasn't completely aesthetically pleasing, I would have just thrown it away. As you just saw, I put the days, the numbers on the side, and now I'm doing my sleep tracker. And yes, I never use a ruler. I don't like using a ruler. So this is, as I said, the days. I don't know why I'm writing it down, but yeah. And this is for the hours. I go from 4 hours of sleep to 10 hours of sleep. Sometimes I do sleep more or less than 10 or 4 hours, but which happens so rarely that I don't see a reason to write down the other hours. Now I'm starting with my gratitude list or win of the day list, and that one is pretty self-explanatory. I don't have a specific number of columns that I use for that. I just use the ones that are left. So this is what my habit tracker looks at the end of a month and at the beginning of a month. I don't know why, but I randomly decided to look for another inspo pic. As you can see, I have already found one for December. Yeah, so I don't know, I think the other one was too much. I felt more, something more chill, and I like this one, so I'm gonna go with this one. So first I will start by, framing where I want the checkered pattern so that I don't use the whole page, just like in the inspo. And here I am deciding on which pens to use. As you can see, I am trying out the pattern on a blank paper so that I can see what the colors look like on top of each other and if I am okay with it, if I like the way it looks. Now I'm counting the squares. You can actually see the dots in the bullet journal of the inspo picture, so I'm just gonna count them and just do the same in mine, use the same what's it called, the same, you can see what I mean. And I did that on on the top side and on the left side, so that I don't need to do it for every side. Now I'm just, as I said again, framing so that I don't overdo the pattern and the lines. And now I'm gonna start with one color and continue the rest. I just wanted to add how proud I am of myself for not getting the ick, because my lines are not completely straight. And as you can see, I overdrew, even though I set a frame for myself, but whatever. I still continued, and I love that for myself. Also, I accidentally lined the frame, which I was not supposed to do. And before getting rid of that mistake, I'll just clean up a little bit. Yeah, you can see me using a Tipex roller, and then I was like, wait, why am I doing this to myself? I literally have a Tipex pen, which is what I bought out now. It's low-key really satisfying that you can see the line vanish as I'm using the Tipex on it. So now it's time to go for the motifs, and I decided to add a little twist. I'm going to draw that on a few pages of an old Turkish book. This is the Turkish version of Catcher in the Rye. Never read it. I don't know why I bought it. Well, I know it was a blind book day, but my Turkish isn't that good. I would not be able to understand it properly, so yeah. These are my markers that I'm gonna use. For now I'm using these, but I I'm thinking of buying new ones, but for now those are okay. And here I am testing out the colors or how they would look on the like slightly yellowed pages of the book, so that I get a good match to the inspo pic. Now that I have my colors and my ripped out pages, I start sketching so that I can color in, and that's basically it. Oh, I just wanted to mention, I think like if you want to have a journal and you don't feel like making cover pages or anything, guys, there's literally no like rules to journaling. I don't have rules either. That was a tacky transition, but whatever. Yeah, I just wanted to mention there are no rules in journaling. I just like to do these cover pages because at the end of the month I have a reason to be a little more creative and go back to drawing and painting, which I like seem to forget to do because I don't have that much free time, and when I do have, I like to read. So this keeps me, letting out my creative artistic outlet a little more, which is why I'm doing this, but you don't have to if you don't feel like it. Nobody has to do this. As I said, there are no rules. I don't have any rules in my journals either, so you can literally do what you want to do. And yeah, here I am placing my motifs. I think they turned out pretty cute, and I also think it was a good idea to do this on book pages. I think it was a cute twist that brings out my love for books. So yeah, then I decided to just go with a normal font with November. Now I will be doing my monthly recap, which I used to do on just one page, but I realized it's not enough, so I'm going to do that on a double page this time. But I have to say, at the end of the video I realized 2 pages are still not enough, because I have a few other questions now in my mind that I also want to use. And as you can see, I'm using the ripped pages that I didn't use before and a few stickers to just decorate the pages a little bit. So now that my page looks a little bit cuter, I'm just going to start with the title of the page, which is monthly recap, and then October 2025. So what I'm starting is my overall stats, which is the average hour of sleep that I'm getting, then my tendency to, go to bed and when to wake up. And then I'll look up my habits from the month and count the days to see how well I performed in that particular habit, and if they are over half of the days, then that's great, and if they are under it, then I need to work on it, which is why I have those check marks and the X's. Yeah. And at the end of this topic, I will just compare it to the month before, which is September, and see where I improved and where I was a little less good this time. So as you can see, I had to cut out a lot because I didn't realize that my hair was showing in the video, which is a problem. Yeah, and the footage I have is not enough to read out all my like journaling prompts. But if you're interested in what prompts I have for my monthly recap, I'm just gonna list them in my description box. So if you're interested, you can look them up there. This is what it looks like when I'm done. And yeah, I really love doing this. This is my new cover page. I am so in love with it. And yeah, that's it basically. And this I try to do every month, as I said. Yeah. Yeah, now I'm just gonna put it back in its leather jacket. And that's basically it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you had a little bit of fun watching it, and I could give you a little bit of inspiration. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.